Homestead to me feels very similar to like you at Atlanta. As far as the pressure goes, I don't really feel like I put any added pressure on myself to win. I think that pressure is there to perform well and perform well throughout the whole race.
Well, Kyle, you had a pretty impressive weekend. I know that you probably wanted to get to victory lane 3 times, but talk to me about your Sunday performance, because to me, this is a situation that is dangerous for the rest of the field. For you to grind out a scenario like that, put yourself in position. You're never a guy that gives up, but to be able to grind that win out with not the best car and put yourself in victory lane, that had to be pretty rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt good for sure. Typically at Homestead, for years, it's kind of played out the same where I get to the lead and I check out and all of that. But for this race, I feel like if I could ever maintain the lead, it could have been like that. But I just was never able to get to the lead, and maintain it early in the run. So it's so difficult to pass there in the next gen car. So yeah, that third stage, I was kind of just riding behind Bubba and was just kind of waiting for the green flag cycle to start. And then that didn't happen because Blaney blew up, which, was probably beneficial to me because it made that final run extra long. So I know that I need long runs at Homestead to really stand out. And yeah, that final run just tried to maintain where I was at, fell back a position more than I wanted to be, almost got passed by Denny, but was able to hold him off. And I think that was really a key because, it allowed me to have a big gap to the 19 once I got clear of Denny again, and could just get to running my own pace and rhythm and have some fresh air on my car and get my tires back underneath me and then start charging forward. So yeah, it was neat to, win a race like that where you really feel like you can kind of, carry the car a little bit, on an abrasive surface like that. So yeah, proud race for me and cool to, get a win back, that I feel like I've lost so many there before.
What kind of pressure do you put on yourself? I know when I went places that you expected to win, it's a different mindset going into a place that you just feel like you should win. Every time we went to Atlanta, I'd walk in there and I'd be like, well, I know that we should just absolutely demolish them today. And if we don't, it's a disappointment. Is that if you don't win, like on Saturday, I could see your frustration from not winning the race. Is that how it is for you at Homestead? Because from the outside looking in, it looks like you should just win every race.
Yeah, no, I would say me at Homestead to me feels very similar to like you at Atlanta. Everybody knew like I was your competitor at Atlanta, and I knew going there, like something miraculous was going to have to happen to beat you. So, I would imagine you were very confident going there, and as far as the pressure goes, I don't really feel like I put any added pressure on myself to win or anything like that. But I think that pressure is there to perform well and perform well throughout the whole race. So for Sunday, for instance, like me not leading many laps, like I was getting kind of frustrated at that because I'm just so used to, leading the most laps there. And I was not able to ever get to the front enough to lead those laps. So it was definitely difficult to kind of overcome the mental frustration that, from me being used to dominating there all the time. But I think that's what made it more rewarding to win that. And then, yeah, Saturday was obviously disappointing, not winning when another Homestead race I dominate. But I was proud to have, a 17-second lead before the final cautions.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool in today's day and age to be able to lap that far up in the field. That's not easy to do, but it definitely seemed like it was on its way to a win. When you look at those 3 vehicles, you look at the truck race, the Xfinity car, and the Cup car. What was the most difficult thing to adapting to each one? Which one gave you the most trouble to say, oh, I need to drive this so much different than what I'm used to?
Well, yeah, that's a good question because, on Monday, I've had to do some competition meetings and stuff, and it's hard for me to like think back because every car and truck drove differently. So, I had to really like sit down and think about the balance that I had. So there was definitely, adjusting to each of them, driving style wise. Like the truck, for instance, was really, really loose and built really loose. So we had to keep working on it. And then, I finally got to the wall and got comfortable up there. Felt actually really comfortable, probably the most comfortable against the wall in the truck. And then, yeah, the Xfinity car was the opposite, like really, really tight. And we had to free that one up and finally got to a point where, I got comfortable in that and then was able to maintain the lead and then really, play to my strengths, which was, just being consistent at the wall. And then the Cup car was kind of all of those balances, just a little bit too much out of the track on the short run, more so to the tight side. So, with that being said, like, yeah, it kind of takes a different driving style on all of them because of the balance of the cars and truck, but it takes a different driving style because they each, have different downforce levels and drag levels and horsepower and all that. So, and the drivers that you're racing race differently and their lines that they run in front of you are different. So it's constant adjusting to, and it's fun. I really enjoy it. It makes it a challenge and, cool to try and, go to a place that you are comfortable at, but also learn each time you're out there.
So you're going to do that anymore this year? Are there any other opportunities where we're going to see 2-3 races, truck racing, Xfinity racing? How many more?
Yeah, I don't know if it's been announced or anything yet, but I'm doing Bristol as well. So I'm excited about that. I hope I don't get in trouble for spoiling anything if it hasn't been announced. But yeah, I'm doing Bristol, so that'll be fun. But I think that'll be tougher, than Homestead, just because the truck, I feel like if you don't, qualify well, it's difficult to make your way forward because it's a short race and the top has yet to come in and all that sort of stuff. But hopefully with me being in the field, we can get the track opened up a little bit more for that race and can go forward. I know there's some good drivers there though. So yeah, and then Xfinity, I feel confident, I feel like, for Xfinity there. And then the Cup car, yeah, we're always really good too. So we'll see. But same with Homestead, like the competition just gets tougher and tougher as the weekend goes on.
Well, it's impressive to see you go back and forth between all those vehicles and adapt to them. And it was a great weekend at Homestead. Any sprint car stuff this week? Where are we racing this week?
Not this week. I'll go to Vado, New Mexico on April 1st. So I believe that's next week. And then, yeah, after that, I don't really know. My schedule gets busy. I'll be doing a ton of sprint car racing this year, though. So I'm excited about that. Got to tune into High Limit the other night. They were at your track out there in California. Good little show out there. Good crowd. So cool to have Kevin Harvick's name on a dirt track. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the most successful thing that my name will ever have happen on a dirt track. So we enjoyed seeing the High Limit, your series, and everybody come visit for the first time at Kearns. So look forward to that in the future. Congratulations on a great weekend and good luck the rest of the year.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News content and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.